Just drop the knife, man. Drop the knife.
Damn.
Austin, drop the knife. Drop the knife, Austin. Drop the knife, Austin.
Austin, man, let's talk about it.
Austin, drop the knife, man.
That kid charges at them, they finna light his ass up, Jack. But if they got that beam, what's that called? That beam shotgun?
Don't necessarily have to.
Like a beam shotgun that just, this shit hurt old, like rubber bullets. They got
So,
just
yeah,
spam
all
it.
you got to. No. I say it's messed up.
I don't know.
Cause that shit hurt too.
It's not over. You're 17. Let's talk about it.
I mean, what you talking about?
What do you think?
I know. But like when we talk on the phone, dude, okay? We gotta stop it now. Like we said, it's not the end of the world right now. She's gonna be okay. She's fine. This has gotta be it though, Austin, okay?
Stage medical at the middle school.
Just put that thing down, okay? Please. Who's got last one? This one? You got two last sleepers? Wanna come over here? No. Get a shot.
I'm alright. I like my angle. Just watch out for the bounce.
I like my angle. Oh man, Jack.
Seeing that the other officers were prepared for a less lethal response, a round was deployed at Austin.
I'm gonna go off you.
Impact!
Drop the knife! That nigga felt that it is dropped. I put y'all niggas. What the fuck? You just shut it.
If you're attack dog, you put the gears with this. It's training for the bus.
No, they doing bad. He's supposed to beat the out of him real quick, the way they beat everybody else. So beat that motherfucker real quick. Beat his ass, bro. He never gonna do that shit again, bro. He gonna think about that shit later. Okay. Last time I was playing around with these niggas, bro, they beat the out of me, bro. But we didn't have when you run from police in the car, bro, and some niggas crash out, whatever, and they go to the side of the highway, they get their ass beat the bro. You think the crash was the reason why they look all beat up? No, they get beat the up and they get in jail like this. Yo, them niggas violated, man. Like, they never want to run niggas again, bro.
Yeah.
He's 17 punches straight to the face. What the nigga, you just stabbed a girl. Nah, y'all niggas tripping, bro.
Deployed. Shot. First aid, please. 10, 95.
You got anything else on you? Come on.
Somebody pick that up?
Yeah, sir.
You got it? All right.
Anything else?
That's it.
Work. Thank you, sir. You got it. Thank you.
Damn, bro, he tripped out, though.
That thing I got shot with.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys' help. We were a little short
It was
tonight.
a pocket knife.
Phone to phone.
The 1990. You think nigga? You think nobody getting beat up? No more. You think what you talking about? Nigga, what are you crazy?
Here in a minute. Where's he got it?
5. Sponsor. You joined the bud. Put my phone. We got a car. Oh, good.
That kid is
Rubber bullets.
the beanbag or whatever they shot hit the phone and crushed the phone, chat. So what he felt wasn't even an impact from the actual. He felt the impact of it hitting the phone and then him. Like imagine what it was. He was like, bro, what? But that shit hurt.
So you took a left lethal in the left thigh. We got in the back that is marked right now. Looks like it's going in our limit.
Are you hurt anywhere else? Just your leg? There's a 40-year-old male last night around. Looks like his phone took most of it, but he still has some pain in his thigh.
So he got shot.
Nope, shot with a last week.
He got shot with it. It hit him right. It hit him square in the phone though. So I think that took the brunt of it. Must have been in his pocket.
The phone was in his pocket. But it still hurt.
Like, yo, look at her, bro. You see her? Imagine EMS look at you like this, Jay. You know what I'm saying? Same incident, yeah, same shit. For real. I'm the one that.
What's that?
I'm gonna go call mom, let her know that he's going to the hospital. And then,
At the hospital, he stated that he was going to prison for a long time. Admitted he didn't know why he did it and expressed he loved him.
He's laying in the hour for that. And get some lucky, probably 20 years.
What?
He wouldn't talk. As I was talking
Women got very peculiar gifts.
So she said that when she woke up, he was screaming, but it restricted her airway. I was like, did it restrict her airway at all? She said, no, he's supposed to. So.
Oh my, that's what shit, bro.
concrete bench to the left. Take a seat. Don't get up to the killers. I know we searched you a couple times. So you don't have anything else on you, do you? No, like pocket knives, nothing hidden anywhere. No. Okay. I just don't want them to find it and have another charge. You've been up all night, Austin? You've been up all night? Is that why you're tired? Okay. You normally stay up all night or no? No. Hey, Austin. Maybe try to stay awake just until they come home.
As a result, Austin was charged with felony first-degree intentional homicide, armed burglary, and was subsequently given a cash bond set at $50,000.
Nigga, that's light. 50K? Light, Jack. Light. Everybody spend light.
A year later, he was found guilty due to a no-contest plea of attempted first-degree intentional homicide. The other charge was dismissed but read in. Ultimately, Austin was sentenced to 16 years in Wisconsin State Prison, followed by 4 years of extended supervision. And again, don't...
Oh, that nigga was right. Oh, shit.
Followed by 4 years of extended supervision. And again, don't...
Oh, that nigga was right. Oh, shit.
I was thinking. What does Matthew have to say? They filmed a mysterious drone in United Kingdom. Defense. He's very close.
Now that definitely could be an orb as well. So you just can't automatically assume that it's a drone. That could be an orb. Like they're dealing with it just like we are.
Some proof of these drones that are flying around in the sky that they are actually in the UK as well. So these things have been spotted, orbs have been spotted, some have even been spotted in Cornwall. And I finally managed to catch one last night on my phone. So this thing must be pretty big because I had to go to my parents' house after I'd been to where I was, which is about 15 minutes away. And you could still see it in the sky. It was just hovering, just not moving. I'm going to play that footage for you now, and it was actually my son that spotted it. He actually said, "Mum, look, there's one of those drones." And I looked up, and there it was, so I filmed it. There you go, guys, there's one of those drones. Just hovering and flashing. Finally.
So not only are we walking around aimlessly not knowing what's in our skies or what's happening, what they're looking for, which some people have said they've been spraying liquids and different things like that out of those drones and stuff like that. Not only are we dealing with over here, they're going through it the same thing over there in the UK. So that at that point, what do you say? Like something has to be going on, right?
Yeah.
Not only are they losing, we're losing. Something has to be to that, right?
Why about that?
Like, come on, it gotta make sense, bro. Like, they're not telling us something.
They're not telling us anything.
It makes you think like something's about to happen or go down.
Yeah, like you are not allowed to look for any information. You just have to live and they live and work and work and work. How about that?
Now that could have easily been a plane. I don't know. You know what I mean? You have to go based off of what they're seeing over there. I'm hoping that they've seen the planes come past there before and know the difference between them. So they're recording that because it's something they haven't seen before. I don't know.
So in response to all these drones flying about in America, the U.S. government are saying, well, we haven't shot them down because they don't pose a threat to life. When has that mattered? When has that mattered?
When is that matter?
The things you shoot that don't pose a threat, and suddenly there are foreign objects flying in the sky, and suddenly you have morals? Make it make sense. Listen, the world are watching. I think I speak for most countries when we're saying, listen, now's your time to shine. Take those guns and shoot them down. At least shoot one down and see what the hell it is. Right?
She's right.
Usually, we are watching in horror when you use those things and you shoot places and people
Talk
and
about
things that
instigating
don't pose a
terrorism.
threat. We're all over here shocked. But I think I can speak for everyone. Probably not, but here I am. When I say, you can do it. You have a pass.
You can do it.
You can shoot them. Shoot them down. At least shoot one down and see what the fuck it is.
Okay.
So,
She's crazy.
She said you have a
She's
pass.
crazy.
We're giving you a pass. And suddenly we have morals. I thought we've always been like a destroyed first, ask questions later.
They actually
Since
did
when?
it.
I'm like,
They actually did
when
it.
did we get all high and mighty and care?
When did it ever matter?
Like, no.
You're not
That
allowed
just
to shoot.
furthermore tells us that they know what
You already get what you're saying.
Well, good evening, folks.
That's the
Here's
curiosity
my
part
thought
of it.
on these
Your money,
drones
you
that
should
are
be
now
there.
being reportedly seen over UK cities.
Look at all those
The same
bombs
as
they
in
create.
American
Look at them
cities.
bombing each other. When
Now,
did it ever
these
matter?
drones,
You're not allowed to shoot
the
a
governments
freaking.
are trying to fool us into
What
thinking that they
can you
are
call it
from
in a
another
device or whatever it is?
They are trying to
So you
convince us
care more
that they're
for
ETs,
such a thing like that.
that
But
they're
no,
colonizing
because
the ocean.
in that case,
that
she
they're not of
she
this
has a point.
world.
She problematic enough.
It's a big
I hear the way she's trying to
It's
say.
a big distraction. If these
They call
were
it
from
aerial
outer space or
celestial
below the sea,
spacecraft.
they would be taken out
Some shit like that.
because they would be a threat.
It's
But it's just a
URL,
big
so many terms, so many acronyms. And like if you see,
skies
Yes.
over our countries. Anything that's moving has been silent.
yeah, for sure.
All silent.
That's what she's saying.
These
Hey,
drones
this
make one hell of a
actually,
noise apart,
I heard
which suggests
someone say that they actually
a
have
danger
enough.
of sorts.
They have
Combustion.
enough
It's not true, folks.
tools,
It's a hoax.
you know, like mechanics,
Like the big spy
and,
balloon type thing that
medicines
Biden had. He said it
that
was
is
shot
already
down. That was
invented
just a
a long
balloon.
time ago, but it's
Do not
It's kept
believe a
secret-
word that
secret
this
for
government is
everyone
trying to tell you, or the American government, because they're trying to fool you
if I see a fucking
for
drone,
the next step of
hovering
their
my
operation,
house,
which I would
don't matter
imagine
what
would
I'm
probably
going to
be
take.
like a Project
If I
Bluebeam,
blast it with some water,
alien invasion,
if I
some sort of thing to
throw
re-terror
any shit at it, any
so
bust
we'll all
down,
be locked
I don't
down
care
for
who
some
is the
sort of
owner.
thing that they all
You wouldn't
planned
even
for.
find me. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck did your shit
Predict all this
You know what I'm
carry on. You see it in the movies every day. It's all
Be
there
what
in
it is,
plain
but-
sight. They're telling you. They're programming your brain to see that, well, it's okay. It's just a movie. This is
You
what they're
wanna
doing,
see that?
folks. If these were any kind of a threat, you would think the American government
Let's
would
see who
destroy them.
stands on their own freaking words.
But they're letting them fly about the country. And now they're in the UK, apparently.
Let me just not see
So,
it.
of course, the
Not
UK
see
is going to do
Let's-
what the
let's not
Americans
meet.
do. And next it'll
If
be
you
the
meet
Russians.
my side,
And next it'll be somebody else and somebody else. Because it has to be some sort of a plan that they've got for us. We were told ages
what
ago,
were we told?
that they had been planning some sort of fake alien invasion.
Man, come on.
They told us now, they tell us now that these aliens living are under our seas. They have alien bases in our oceans. Well, if that's the case, why is it not on every front newspaper, every news channel, night and day? Because that would be the story of the world, the history of the world. That would be, where are these people? Where do they come from? Why are they here?
Where did
But
they
it's
come
not.
from?
They plant the seed, and then you carry on with daily life. These drones, folks, are man-made. They're not, ETs or aliens. They're not. Do not be fooled, folks, by what these people are telling you. Because anything a government official will tell you will be a lie.
What are they
First
saying?
of all, they tried to say that it was from Iran, an Iranian mothership. Mothership. You see, they plant the seed, mothership. Why not just say an Iranian Navy vessel, but mothership? You have to listen to the words these people say. It's all bollocks, folks. Do not fall for it, please.
I think we started out being scared, not knowing,
Oh, they gonna pull out a lot
trying
of
to
this
figure out what they were
propaganda.
distracting us from. And as things went on, we started to realize that these were possibly government-controlled drones, right? We started to realize that at some point. We started to realize maybe that's why they don't want us to have like this TikTok app and why they want it banned and different things like that. Maybe that's a possible reason because we get on here with each other and share our theories about what we think is going on and collectively come together to formulate several opinions that figure out what they're trying to do. So we kind of like blew up their whole plan, possibly, if they were going the route of staging a fake alien invasion to have us inside, not questioning anything, just listening. Now what we have done is we blow that whole thing up. If that's what they were trying to do, they got to go back to the drawing board because we're ahead of the game. As long as we can communicate, bounce ideas and theories off of each other, they can't pull the wool over our eyes.
People are saying support.
That don't seem right. Y'all seen it too? Yeah, we're seeing it over here. We're seeing it over here. This is what we're seeing. Communicating back and forth about what our theories of these things are. Before we had these apps and different things to communicate, if they would have pulled this, we would have just went in the house and stared at the news. And we would have got whatever information the news gave us, right? That's all we would have had. No interaction with the people because we'd have been inside. They'd have had us. So what he's saying, I definitely think he makes a lot of sense with what he's saying with his theories, bro. Seriously.
The U.S. Air Force says unidentified drones have been spotted over 4 joint U.S. and U.K. military bases in England. The mysterious drones have repeatedly appeared for over a week now. Stephanie Bennett is live in London. So, Stephanie, this is pretty disturbing. What do we know about these drones?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Julie. I mean, the details are still very limited at this time. We do know that the sighting started last week on November 20th, and they have really ranged in size, in style, and also the amount that we've been seeing over that last week or so. Now, a senior British official confirmed to Fox that the UK has deployed about 60 troops, including counter-drone specialists, to help determine who is behind this and to help defend the air bases amid fears it's a potential coordinated operation. They're describing the incidents as unusual and say this is a serious set of circumstances. Take a look at this map. The bases are spread across England and are all used by U.S. Air Force. Now, the drones have been seen over RAF Fairford, Lakenheath, Mildenhall, and Feltwell. For now, civilian police, supported by the UK Ministry of Defence, have launched an investigation. And so far, we're told there has been no impact to residents or infrastructure, and they have not been identified as hostile. Well, a Ministry of Defence spokesperson said we take threats seriously and maintain robust measures at defence sites. But as of right now, it has not had any significant mission impact. At a Pentagon briefing, Fox's chief national security correspondent Jennifer Griffin asked whether the drones appear to be those of hobbyists or something more sinister and concerning.
Again, it would be, premature to draw any conclusions. We've got to see what these are. I mean, it's entirely
Hobbyists? Are you kidding me? Like dude said in the previous TikTok video, bro, where he was like, man, and it'd be plastered all over the newspaper. If that was a hot man, you see how Luigi Mangione is plastered everywhere and they perp walk him? Let a person would have been doing this, or just been people with their own drones, bro. They would have perp walked him. That lets us know right there that it's not that, or it's got to be government control, bro, because they spare no expense at taking an opportunity to perp walk one of us for doing something like this. We didn't do this.
entirely possible that it could be hobbyists or something else. We just got to look into it. So.
Yeah, and for now, the U.S. Air Force says the investigation, of course, is still ongoing. And right now, all eyes are on the skies. Julie.
All right, thank you very much. Kovich is a former special operations intelligence analyst and a drone expert. So my dad reached out to me yesterday because we go to Jersey on the weekends, Ocean County, and he said, "What is going on?" I said, "I'm going to ask Brett in the morning." So here, Brett, tell my dad, what do you think is going on?
Brett, we want to hear it.
Oh my God, it's difficult to say. It's all speculation at this point. Even the U.S. military research facility at Picatinny Arsenal just admitted that the drones are not theirs. So that's added to the confusion even more. And I've said it before, I've tested a ton of drones over U.S. government installations in partnership with the military before, and that type of secrecy is just not normal for how we would conduct business. Even if we don't explain to the locals what exactly we're doing and testing drones and why, there would still be a lot of coordination of those flights at all levels of law enforcement. And if anything got out of hand, for example, public hysteria like this operation, we would shut it down immediately. But it's not stopping, and now we're even hearing more reports of drones flying over Phil.
And law enforcement was running around clueless. Like straight up clueless, not knowing what's going on. So just like he said, they would have been briefed. They would have been informed. Something would have came down the pipeline and say, look here, and make sure you understand what's going on to some sort. They may not divulge all the information of what's going on. Probably a lot that's classified, but they will let some type of information down to let them know don't be alarmed, and to keep people calm, pretty much. But that didn't happen.
Billy now. But frankly, Dana, I don't even care at this point if it's some big U.S. government conspiracy or if this is in fact adversarial drones flying. I'm more concerned about the lack of transparency on behalf of our federal government and their inability to even want to alleviate the public's concerns at all. All they're saying is it's being investigated. That's unacceptable. And these local government officials, they need to stop saying there is no known threat unless they really know that. It's a disservice to the American people who are rightfully concerned, because I know firsthand the damage that drones can do. Even if the drones fly over a site for just a few minutes, do a bunch of flips and disappear in the middle of the night, the damage is already done. Most people don't know how much intelligence data can be collected with sensors that are attached to these drones.
My neighborhood.
You know, what's even more concerning is I'm realizing more and more that doesn't even know the rules of engagement for monitoring and downing rogue drones over the U.S. The average official couldn't tell you who's even in charge of that. You know, there's too many competing airspaces and different agency equities, and the FAA, frankly, they're in charge of the confusion. It's their issue. They've hamstrung our law enforcement agencies, our U.S. drone and counter drone community for years. I mean, look at what just happened recently with the Secret Service, for instance. They didn't even employ basic counter drone technology prior to the Trump assassination attempt, and that's one reason our president took a bullet. And if the Secret Service doesn't have the capability, you think New Jersey Police Department, State Patrol is going to have the proper systems in place to monitor this? So it's just, we got to change the whole industry. Our infrastructure is not set up to be able to counter these emerging threats that we face now.
What have we been doing? Please, somebody tell me, what have we been doing? Why haven't this stuff? We've known about drones for how long? So to sit here and now to be like, oh, they have no plan in place, no course of action, no plan of attack, no nothing. Why is that? This isn't the first time you've heard the word drone or talked about or discussed drones. Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, this is at the front of our like drones. Like, you should have had a plan in place when they were trying to fly drones over the gates in front of at the White House. Remember that? Remember that they had to stop them from doing that? We should have had a plan in place then. This is ridiculous and scary at the same time. Because again, this is with whom we place our faith.
Our infrastructure is not set up to be able to counter these emerging threats that we face now.
Yeah, excellent answer, Brett.
I'm sure that made my dad feel any better.
Probably not. Brett, you know about the story several months ago about Chinese operations flying over our military bases in certain parts of the country, especially on the East Coast, and then that word got out. I'm not saying this is what that is. Give a listen. Chad Pergram asking House Speaker Mike Johnson about something else. Watch.
Are concerned about drones and all these new technologies and what it might mean for national security and the safety of the American citizens. So I'm looking forward to the outcome of that hearing, and if we don't get the necessary answers there, we'll dig deeper and go to the classified level.
And you thought these might be dark programs?
I don't believe so. But there's a lot of investigation going on, so we'll find out.
So go ahead and define a dark program and think about what's happening in Ukraine and think about what some people, even Elon Musk, talking about the future for warfare should be unmanned and should be done by way of drone. It might be a pretty simple explanation that they're in the development phase and they're doing it in places like New Jersey.
So what you mean, like maybe like a drill? Like this is a drill, this is a test to see how we would respond? Well, if it is, this is a grade I'm giving it F. We failed. We failed horribly, miserably. We just totally failed.
It could be. I mean, dark programs essentially are, what we call red selling, where literally we're just testing our own infrastructure, our own national security. We might be flying drones over a military base to see how they may be able to stop that internally. But overseas, this is not a difficult thing to do. I can take a drone right now, fly it over to China, drop a bunch of drones from it, extend the range. You know, there's a lot of different communications like Starlink that's out there to be able to do this. This is the drone community. This is very easy to do. This is not difficult. They don't have to be sitting in New Jersey flying these drones if we're speculating that this is a foreign adversary. We are even seeing the Ukrainians right now put drones on boats, launch them from boats in the ocean. And that's very interesting to me because that it extends the distance, and we're seeing people are talking about some of these sightings being right there on the coast. But overall, frankly, this is not an unsolvable problem. These drones are not undetectable. This is easy to figure out what's going on if the proper experts were brought in. And that's what upsets me the most. We have the technology to monitor, track, defeat this right now. Every single drone has a unique fingerprint. It's got a unique signature. It transmits some sort of signal, and those signals tell a story. And there are a ton of countermeasures out there put in place that we could use. You could layer tactical, strategic counter-drone radar systems. You can jam the frequencies of the drone. You can hijack a drone midair, take control of it. We have the ability even for drones to strike other drones now midair. We have directed energy systems that can fry a drone in the air. But we've got these archaic laws here in the U.S. where the FAA is constantly concerned about these systems affecting commercial airline communications. And I get that, but that's a very old school mentality. What's happening overseas right now is these foreign countries are light years ahead of U.S. drone technology. And we're set back 10 years behind China and Russia. So it's nothing for China or Russia to send a drone over our airspace very quickly and essentially poke holes in our national security infrastructure. And I think that's what we're seeing. We're seeing our military bases, our sensitive sites being probed. There's a gap right now in the administration, right, where there's this transition. Yeah. So it's a perfect time to do something. And we just got to get a handle on it. And our infrastructure has got to have a complete overhaul to put money into this. And the FBI just said they only have $500,000 budget for counter-drone technology. That's ridiculous. It costs like $200,000-$300,000 for one man portable system, and you need multiple systems.
Well, we'll see what comes of these two hearings today, and what Nate has to report.
Yeah, thank you, Brett.
Yeah, terrific.
All right, I got to move on to something else, bro, because the whole drone situation is just starting to make my head hurt. All right, so now they've gotten increased military operations in the Arctic, so I guess we're back to talking about climate control. Let's see what's going on.
To the top of the world as global tensions find a new stage in the warming Arctic, with Russia, China, and the U.S. all putting forces on display. ABC's Stephanie Ramos explains.
This morning, growing concern over the Arctic, where Russian and Chinese warships have stepped up military cooperation in recent weeks. And bombers from both countries seen patrolling the skies near Alaska in July for the first time. The resource-rich Arctic now a new point of tension as the U.S., China, and Russia see new opportunities. In a region where rising temperatures have caused the polar ice sheet to recede, there are now sea lanes and shipping routes opening up. We traveled to Alaska, where U.S. Special Operations teams are preparing for any conflict in the region.
We are with a team of Green Berets as they operate in the Arctic.
We follow them to the closest point to Russia on the American mainland.
Some of the areas where our outstations are at